But Spencer, I absolutely love your journey. I would want to talk a little bit about it and understand how you got to where you are today with the Clean Liquor Company and what actually made you become an entrepreneur. It's for a lot of my listeners out there who want to become entrepreneurs, I think they like to understand people's personal journeys. So where did it all begin for you? Were your parents entrepreneurs? How did it all happen?
Yeah, my father's, I think I can say, a pretty respected businessman. He came from very humble beginnings up north. He's from Sheffield, and I was born in Grantham. He, by that time, Dad had already done quite well, so I can't pretend to have had some horrible childhood. But Dad's father was a coal miner, and he had pretty much nothing his whole childhood. He was a mechanic and grew up fixing cars, and then became a racing driver. Invested quite early in Plaxton buses, and essentially does bits and pieces in Sheffield, and then later branched out into kind of more property-based deals, until finally becoming the person behind the Eden Rock Hotel in St. Bart's. So a bit of a journey there from him. I've always looked up to him and loved his work ethic and found him to be quite fascinating. He's one of those interesting guys who kind of, you feel, always has quite a sensible answer for most things, and I feel as though I've learned quite a lot from him over the years. Brother's got a excellent work ethic as well, and he works in finance, and I've always looked up to him as well. So I feel as though I've got two strong characters within my family who have managed to touch a level of success going forwards and in the past. But yeah, I think. As far as being an entrepreneur goes, technically, you're trying to do things that haven't been done before, really. And I've always felt like that's something that I would have wanted to do. Never quite had the drive or ability to kind of put some of my theories to the test before. I drank pretty heavily throughout my 20s. To excess really quite regularly, and that essentially completely slowed me down and kind of dumbed me down as well, in the sense that, as my television career, in inverted commas, was kind of doing okay, I wasn't really kind of creating much in terms of a business or developing an idea or a legacy, should we say. And it was a kind of light bulb moment. My wife is a very strong woman, and it became apparent that my drinking really was getting in the way of my ability to become the person that I wanted to become. I realized, I think Bradley Cooper said it quite well as well. He realized when he was about 30 years old that he simply just wasn't going to achieve his potential if he carried on drinking the way he was drinking. That's exactly what I became afraid of, was that, I was just going to drift into kind of middle-aged, having achieved some things that some people might see as valuable, but essentially that I didn't. I just began to realize that actually, maybe my dad and my wife would never really be fully proud of me unless I completely changed my relationship with alcohol. And so I did. And it was great. And it opened my eyes to this incredible market of sober, curious people who, still want to be involved in a night out, or still want to be able to socialize and enjoy the ritual of drinking an alcoholic beverage or a grown-up drink, but who didn't want the negativity of or association of being drunk. It's very much heading down the kind of smoking route. I'm not sure if you smoke. I smoked for a number of years, and ultimately you kind of do that, and that it's really bad for you, but for whatever reason you decide to do it anyway. And there's that addiction piece and just the bad habit piece. And my drinking was, wouldn't say I was addicted to alcohol. It was just a very bad habit that was very present in a lot of my work. I was a forward foreign exchange broker in the city, and ran events, and there was always a good reason to be drinking. And actually, nowadays, millions of people are wise to drinking less or not at all. And so I thought it would be a really exciting opportunity to develop authentic products that essentially reminds you of that alcoholic drink that you may feel like, but without the alcohol.